DarkStims is selling a simple story that the tubs are heavy on real doses and light on fluff. The site promises clinical amounts for pump focus and energy, and says thousands of high-star reviews back it up. Price is mid-tier for the UK, and flavors are plentiful, so the hook is value meets performance. Reality check on the business is straightforward. DarkStims Limited is a UK private company incorporated in August 2021 with an active status and a single director named Daniel Richard Ewan, so it is not a pop-up ghost brand. The registered address is 5 South Charlotte Street in Edinburgh, which multiple company listing services show as a virtual office provider used by many businesses, so treat it as a mail and meeting point, not a manufacturing site. The site runs on Shopify and clearly lists payment options like Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, Klarna, Apple Pay, and ShopPay, which is what you want to see for processor legitimacy. Policies are public, which is another good sign. Shipping says Royal Mail tracked 48 with caveats on weekends and customs for international orders. Refunds are exchange-focused with a 30-day window, and the subscription discount locks you into a 3-month minimum, which is a classic negative option term you should notice before you click subscribe. None of this screams scam, and most of it looks like a small brand trying to look bigger with a virtual address and TikTok-heavy marketing. What are customers actually saying? On Trustpilot, the overall score trends high, and the themes are fast, delivery, decent taste, and strong energy. Positive notes repeat that the product does not clump badly, and that focus feels clean. The negatives that do appear are typical small brand pain points like flavor, misses, occasional shipping hiccups, and out-of-stock flavors. Scan the timeline, and you see consistent posts across months, rather than a sudden burst, which is usually good. A Reddit thread from the pre-workout community describes the formula as straightforward, with real citrulline, beta-alanine, amino support, and caffeine, and the tone is cautiously positive rather than cultish, which, again, is good. None of this is proof that it will work for you, but it does reduce the odds of AstroTurf. If you want to separate hype from honesty, look at repeated phrases in 5-star reviews and check whether they mention specific flavors, batch notes, or gym outcomes, rather than empty, awesome, and amazing spam. On balance, the feedback pattern looks organic, with a few marketing-style blurbs sprinkled in, which is par for the niche. Let us dig into the product itself. The standard Pre-V3 page positions the formula as over-clinical doses, although the full panel is shown as images, not text, which is mildly annoying for verification. The separate pump page publishes a clear panel showing 10 grams citrulline, 5 grams beta-alanine, 3 grams tyrosine, plus absorption and choline, and that is a heavy pump stack for the money. The Ultra listing is the spicy one, and it spells out a 2-scoop total near 500 milligrams of caffeine split between anhydrous and di-caffeine malate, along with 10 grams citrulline, 6 grams beta-alanine, 4 grams tyrosine, and 1 gram CDP choline. That stimulant level is advanced territory and not something to take late in the day, or if you are caffeine sensitive. Compared with mainstream baselines, you are getting market-high citrulline and beta-alanine and a stim profile that competes with the loudest U.S. high-stim tubs without gray market alkaloids. The marketing language on Ultra is over the top, but the numbers are published, which is better than vague proprietary blends. As always, none of this is medical advice, and you should respect your own tolerance and any health guidance you have. Price versus value, and final verdict. Pre-V3 at roughly 35 pounds is competitive for the UK given the disclosed dosing, and the pump variant has even stronger value when discounted, which the site does often. The Ultra pre-order sits higher and leans on the shock factor of a half gram of caffeine, which you can replicate by stacking a normal pre with a coffee, but Ultra packages it with absorption and focus extras. The policies matter here. Shipping is clear and routine, which is good. Returns are exchanges only, and you pay return postage, which is standard but not customer-friendly, and subscriptions require 3 full months before you can cancel, which is a commitment. Physical presence is a virtual office hub, so do not expect a reception desk with the brand name. Company records confirm a real UK entity with filings and a listed owner, which lowers scam risk. Customer chatter trends positive, with the usual small brand gripes, and ingredient disclosure is better than average. Verdict is legit with caveats. The promise of heavy dosing for fair money is mostly delivered, but read the policy small print and choose your caffeine level wisely. Worth the hype for experienced users who want big doses at a fair UK price, and worth the headache only if you ignore your tolerance or forget that subscription lock. Smart next step is try a single tub, not a subscription, and compare against a mainstream pre with 6 to 8 grams citrulline, 3.2 to 4 grams beta-alanine, and 200 to 300 milligrams caffeine. Then decide if the DarkStims feel matches the label and your goals.